So, you're in a research methods class, but what is research exactly? According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, research is the studious inquiry or examination, especially investigation or experimentation aimed at the discovery and interpretation of facts, the creation or revision of accepted theories or laws in the light of new facts, or practical application of such new or revised theories or laws. Let's get out our knives and dissect this sucker so that we can understand it better. First, let's look at the words studious inquiry or examination. This implies that there's an inquiry or question that someone's investigating or examining. The driving force behind every research study is to answer a research question. A research question is a question that can be answered through a research study. Researchers come up with research questions by observing the world around them, seeing problems that exist, reading reports about other research studies and seeing where those studies were lacking, and so on. By making observations, researchers become curious and come up with questions that they want answered. For example, let's say a researcher is going about their day, going shopping for some food or something, and they have to pee. So they go to the bathroom and they see that a lot of the guys don't wash their hands after peeing or pooping. Ew! The researcher thinks, man, it seems like hardly anyone washes their hands after peeing or pooping. How many people actually wash their hands? That's a research question. Researchers answer research questions by conducting studies. They collect data, which means information or facts, from people and analyze the data in order to answer their research question. The way in which a researcher goes about conducting the study is called the study's research methods. So in our example, let's say the researcher hides in the bathroom and peeks through the crack in the bathroom stall door to watch and see how many guys actually wash their hands after peeing or pooping. That was his research method for answering his research question. So he has a little checklist and checks how many guys came into the bathroom and how many actually washed their hands. Throughout this entire course, we're going to learn about how to come up with research questions and what methods to use to best answer those questions. Okay, let's look at the next part of our dictionary definition of research. Research is also the investigation or experimentation aimed at the discovery and interpretation of facts. Let's look at the words investigation or experimentation. In this class, we're going to look at two kinds of research, descriptive and experimental. Descriptive research is just that, research that describes something that's going on in the world. For example, descriptive research could be our researcher who watches if guys in the bathroom wash their hands. He didn't manipulate or change anything in the environment. He just watched people through a crack in the stall door as a way of observing what's going on. Think of descriptive research as bird watching. When you bird watch, you don't mess with the birds or their surroundings. You just watch the birds and take some pictures. With descriptive research, it's just collecting data to observe what's going on in the world. Experimental research, on the other hand, is research that includes an experiment. An experiment is where the researcher sees what happens after they mess with or manipulate something. For example, let's say our researcher wants to see if guys will wash their hands if he puts a poster in the bathroom above the urinals and behind stall doors that reminds guys to wash their hands after peeing or pooping. See, that's an experiment because he manipulated the environment. He exposed these guys to a poster. Okay, let's keep dissecting the dictionary definition of research, and let's keep using our example of washing hands after peeing or pooping. Sick! Research is the investigation or experimentation aimed at the discovery and interpretation of facts. One of the key purposes of doing research is to discover and interpret facts, or data. So, we have life experiences, and from that we get a research question in our brain, then we collect data to analyze it to see what it all means in order to answer our research question. Let's go back to our researcher. He looks at his checklist, crunches the numbers, and finds out that only 10% of guys wash their hands after using the bathroom in public restrooms. That's a discovery of a fact. Let's interpret what that fact means. It seems to me that it means that a far majority of guys aren't washing their hands, and they need to be taught a lesson or two about pee and poop and how you need to wash your hands. All right, let's keep going. Research is also the investigation or experimentation aimed at the creation or revision of accepted theories or laws in the light of new facts. Let's look at the word theory. A theory is an explanation of how or why things happen. So, we do research to discover and interpret facts in order to create or revise theories. The creation or revision of theories is an important point. In this course, we're going to talk about inductive and deductive research. Inductive research is research where there are no existing theories about a particular topic. So the researchers collect data and use that data to create theories. For example, let's say that our researcher searched and searched but could not find a single theory about why guys don't wash up after peeing or pooping. So our researcher takes his data from his observations and he creates the guy not washing hands theory. That's inductive research because he's going to create a theory out of his study. On the other hand, deductive research is when theories already exist about a particular topic and researchers collect and interpret data in order to test, improve, or build upon those existing theories. For instance, let's say there's already a theory out there about why guys don't wash their hands called the theory of no wash after pee poop. So our researcher uses his data to show how that already existing theory could be improved. All right, let's finish our dissection with research being the investigation or experimentation aimed at the practical application of such new or revised theories or laws. Theories have practical benefits. If we understand how or why things happen, then we can use that knowledge to improve the world around us. A major purpose of research is to use the interpretation of our data to use it for practical good. For example, our researcher found that only 10% of guys wash their hands. Aha! Let's use this knowledge for practical good. Let's get the word out to guys all over the world about why washing hands is important. Let's reach them through bathroom advertising and through national television and radio programs telling guys to wash their hands. Man, talk about practical application of our new knowledge. In conclusion, we learn that research is this definition. We learn that there's inductive and deductive research, and we learn the definitions of data, research methods, and theory.